Hi everyone, welcome to JIB CIB English Medium. This is special channel for our bankers if you're planning for JIB CIB or for bank promotional exams. So you can subscribe to this channel, you can share this link and you can share this channel with your fellow bankers, your friends who are also bankers, and if they're also planning to give JIB CIB in upcoming attempts, then this is the best channel where they can prepare it, and with this particular channel they can also clear it. So, in today's session, we and our officers at the team is going to launch one more batch for upcoming session, that is our JIB November 25. So, if your aim is also to clear in your first attempt, then what you can do? You can join this batch. But why to join this batch, what are the facilities we are going to provide, and why you require to start your preparation early. We are going to discuss each and everything. So do subscribe to our channel. You can share it. You can like this session also, so that in future, if you are not aware like which batch to join and how to join it, then this particular session will help you in your guiding part. Chaliye, so let's start today's session. As you can see, today we are launching new batch for JIB November 25. That is our increment batch. Now, this increment batch is going to be purely English batch. Correct? But why to join this batch and why to join Officers Adda? Let's talk about that. So, first of all, you can see our results also. Okay, because this is our latest result based on our May 2025, where bankers scored very good marks, even one of the difficult JIB attempt it was. Correct? So remember, if you want to clear in upcoming attempt and you want that your message should reflect here, then you need to prepare, you need to start early. Now, that is totally up to you. From which particular platform you want to study, when you want to study. But why we are saying to start early? Because in this attempt, you can see JIB exam pattern upgraded. Correct? So many new things we have seen. Earlier, it was like one paper used to be difficult and remaining four used to be very easy. But this time, only one paper was your easy part, and remaining three were very difficult. So, how to cover it now in this situation? How we are going to tackle in the future also? So, now one more thing we have seen in this upcoming attempt, this attempt only 25, that is case study. Earlier, case studies were the part of only your CAIIB. Now they add this case study part in your JAIIB. Correct? So we require conceptual study. We require competence. Then only we can tackle this. Chaliye. So let's talk about now JIB. Correct? So if I talk about the JIB, so you have total four subjects. Now, in this four subjects, what type of a pattern you are going to see? One pattern just now I introduced, that is case study. Apart from this, each and every question is going to be your MCQ, multiple choice questions. Means for every question you are going to receive four options. But pattern can be, that is, can be fill in the blanks, match the following, case study, any type of pattern. So, how you can practice? You can practice by joining this batch. Correct? So, in this particular batch, we are going to cover all your four compulsory subjects. Now, in this is our team. You can see here, you are going to meet Aman ma'am, I, Vishal sir, and Kinshuk sir also. Now, in this particular batch, I'm going to teach you AFM. So, if I introduce myself, my name is C. Aarti Pathak, and here I'm going to teach you AFM part. That is your accounting part, your financial management part. So, in this AFM, if I talk about, in AFM, you can see four different modules A, B, C, D. Now, A and B module talks about purely accounts part, how to start your accounting, who started this accounting, how you prepare trial balance, how to pass journal entry, how to pass and how to make your balance sheet, how to read balance sheet, how to prepare profit and loss account, everything in first two modules. Then in your third module, purely we talk about finances. Correct, because every business now requires fund. So how they can arrange these funds, what are the different ways, what are the different sources businesses are arranging these funds, all these things we are going to see in our third module. Along with this, we are going to see the numericals. Now in our recent attempt, that is May 25, we have seen, now in this attempt they have given the huge weightage to numericals. Earlier it was like they used to give 10 to 15 marks, correct, numericals out of 100. But in this attempt, they have increased the part of numericals also, like 25, 30. So you need to work hard, you need to understand how to solve in this limited time period. And along with this, if you see the fourth module, that is your module D, in which we are going to talk about income tax, GST, and your costing part. So this is about your AFM. So we are going to start this AFM in this particular increment batch. Now, you can see with me, I have Vishal sir, Aman ma'am. So now, Vishal sir, over to you, sir.
So you are not audible.
Aman ma'am.
Now okay? Yeah. Yeah, now I think so. Okay. Am I audible now? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sure. As Aarti ma'am has introduced you all the details, one thing I'll tell you, why should you join the batch now only? Because the basic logic is, every time I say the same logic or idiom we can call it, early bird catches the prey. The more you start earlier, the better it is for you. You'll have a detailed study, because in this batch we are going to cover numericals of all, numericals plus theory questions plus one-liners plus case studies. So the more you start early, the better time you get. In this particular series, you'll be having ebooks and test series as well. Now, specifically talking about my subject, I'll be teaching RBWM. Kindly note, every time RBWM was mainly theory, and it was an easy subject every time up till this exam. Students used to consider that AFM difficult, IIFS difficult, PPV difficult, and RBWM was a scoring subject. But this time it was not reversed actually. This subject was also very tough. This time's RBWM paper was very tough. And those who followed the classes were easily, almost 95, 96% was the result. Why? Because of the mentorship. The mentorship which we do in all the subjects, not only in RBWM, in all the subjects I'm talking of. We are thoroughly trained. We have more than almost 10 to 12 years of experience. More than 30, 40,000 students have passed through us. So that's why you are in the right hands. So follow the mentorship. And now specifically talking about the subject, RBWM. Here I'll tell you, we have 4 modules. In 4 modules here, first module is basically retail banking introduction. Second module is liabilities and asset products, plus some advanced topics like CRM, AI, artificial intelligence, technology parts. Module C is about marketing. Now this marketing, many of the subjects like marketing, you'll see it in PPB also. IT part, you'll see it in your PPB also. In IFS, you'll see the module A part, some part. But the beauty of this subject is they are adding something additional in the book in RBWM. And specifically, if you talk of module D over here, in module D, you will be having, kindly note, all the housing loan processing, complete housing loan processing, totally you have. That's an additional reading part. So these are the basic 4 modules. You'll be having wealth management as well, investment banking. So these are the tougher parts. So that's why you need to follow the classes from the day one. And mind it, many of you might be thinking that, okay, 6 months are there. 6 months, how they will pass, you won't even come to know. Because we have festive season in between. Your half year ending in between. So that's why start from right now only. So now let's go to Aman ma'am. Yeah, Aman ma'am.
Thank you, sir. As Vishal sir and Aarti ma'am have said that this time the paper was really tough, and that's very true. RBWM, we keep telling bankers that RBWM is your last paper. Focus on this. You will get the overall score from the RBWM paper, but this time IIBF have given all the 4 subjects moderate to difficult level. If I talk about PPB, principles and practices of banking, so PPB is a kind of subject which bankers feels most related to. Why? Because we are studying about principles and practices of banking, the work that you are doing in a daily basis, the daily day-to-day operation of a bank. That's we have to cover in detail in the PPB subject. So apart from being very known subject to the bankers, a lot of bankers have felt that this was the tough paper in this time also. Because in PPB, we have seen in the single shift, they were asking 15 to 20% questions on the basis of numerical. Or I can say around in one shift, 10 to 15 questions of numerical was there. And some questions of numerical was combined with the case study questions. So case study plus numerical, they have combined these questions and they have asked the question. So in the case study question, first you have to understand the situation and then you have to use your numerical formulas to calculate the answer of that particular question. So this is how IIBF made this May 2025 paper difficult subject. All the 4 subject paper was difficult. Now let's talk about November 2025. So me and Kinshuk sir, we both will be discussing with all of you our PPB and IIFS subject. Now first let's talk about Indian economy, Indian financial system. This is the paper 1 of yours. In paper 1 IEIFS, this is the subject which includes the 2 different subjects. The first one is Indian economy, that covers A and B module, in which we have to cover the core economics, the basic economics concept. That actually tells us how the economy works, how the of any country is working. That we have to study theoretically in the module A and B parts. C and D module of Indian financial system, they covers overall our understanding of the financial system. That is actually means that how we are exchanging the funds, how the flow Okay, so how the funds are working, that's what we are discussing in the C and D module. So C module is actually talking about the overview of financial system and the D module is talking about the financial product and services of our country. So first, if I talk about the C and D module, they cover around 60% of your weightage in the syllabus of IEIFS. And A and B module together covers your around 15 or I can say around 30% weightage of your syllabus. So total 19 units you will find in your module A and B and total 26 units are there in the module C and D. When we talk about overall all these 4 modules, after covering each and every module, you will be understanding how the system of economy, how the system of Indian economy is working, as well as we will be discussing how the overall economy plus the financial system in which we flow the currency, in which will be exchange the funds among the people, that will be okay, that you understand in this subject. But to understand the subject, to clear the subject in single attempt, in the first attempt, you require to follow the 4 steps. The first step is conceptual understanding. Go with the concepts, that's very much important. Second step is regular revision. The daily revision is very much important for each and every unit of your IIFS. Third, go with the unit-wise test, because unit-wise test will help you to know whatever you have studied in the conceptual classes, are you able to actually grab the knowledge or are you able to use that knowledge in the paper or not? That you will find in the topic-wise test. Then fourth is analysis of topic-wise test. After submitting all the topic-wise test, whatever you have going for, then apart from that, do check the proper solution of that particular test, because the solution will give you detailed understanding of the topic, detailed explanation of the question will be there, that will be helping you out to understand the topic in much better way, and that's what is required to clear this subject. So these are the 4 steps that have to be followed regularly with the consistency. Okay, now let's talk about the paper 2, that is PPB, principles and practices of banking. When I talk about PPB, principles and practices of banking, this is a subject which covers 4 modules and it's the lengthiest subject of your JIP, because it covers 55 units, total 1000 pages books is there. So definitely PPB is lengthiest subject, but it is very known subject to you. So it will be easy to understand, it will be easy to remember. The work we have to do in the PPB subject is on using that knowledge in the practice. The more and more practice will be required, because once you are studying the PPB syllabus, you will be knowing that I have already heard about this term, I have already worked on this particular terminology, but now the task is how to answer the case study question. The statement based question you will be capable of answering, but the major difficulty is your case study question. And now the new pattern of question, that is case study plus numerical pattern question, that have been introduced. Answering that is easy. You have to use the knowledge of two types of pattern of question. One is case study, one is numerical. You have to combine that and then you will be able to answer such kind of question. But for that, it is a time taking process. So we have to work on the case study questions as well as on the merger of the questions, how we have to solve it in a minimum time period. So PPB again have 4 modules. A and B module cover your 60 to 65% weightage. C and D module cover remaining the 40% weightage. Okay, so that's how the same process we will be following in PPB. Understanding concept, practicing concept, revising the concept daily, and then doing the analysis of that particular paper that we have given. These are the steps that we are going to follow in the increment batch as well. Okay? Yes, Vishal sir.
Yeah. See, now our, Amanjot ma'am has already introduced all the subjects, PPB and IAFS. So I'll just give the introduction of Kinchuk sir. He'll be taking the classes along with Amanjot ma'am. Kinchuk sir is himself from SBI. He was an AM with SBI. 2,000 plus students he has already taught. Then expertise in regulatory bodies and regulatory banking examinations, including JAIIB and CAIIB. Now, many of you might be knowing Kinchuk sir since earlier days. So kindly note, he will be taking the classes of PPB and IIFS along with Amanjot ma'am. Now the question is, why should you join and when is the batch being started? See, the batch will be starting from 27th. Okay, 27th of this coming month. Importantly, remember 300 plus hours of online live classes, 150 plus mock tests, 150 plus ebooks, and importantly, see 27th June it will be starting. So kindly note this part. You should join from the day one. That is very important. If you miss out even a single lecture of any subject, mind it, it's very difficult to teach back. Okay, and you will also find it difficult to learn it again. So that's why start from the day one. So yeah, now you can see what are the features. Look at this: 900 plus online live classes, 9,000 plus online live classes, 3,000 plus mock tests, 3,000 plus ebooks, 3,900 plus recorded videos. These are available in the JAIIB Increment Mahapack. Now, what is this Increment Mahapack? Importantly, remember, in Increment Mahapack, you get physical books as well as ebooks, both. Plus, you get various formula sheets, plus other ready-made materials. Plus, you get ebooks also as well as physical books also. Both the things are very important. And in these Mahapacks, you get 15 plus batches per subject. 15 plus. So that is huge thing. 15 plus means what? That many times revision you will be having, isn't it? So join this Increment Mahapack. Plus, I would suggest Increment this. Now, this is another JAIIB Mahapack 2.0. Increment Mahapack, you get physical books as well as ebooks. And in this Mahapack, you get ebooks. Okay. In ebooks, you get again, in JAIIB Mahapack 2.0, again, you get the same thing. 600 plus hours of online live sessions, 3,000 plus mock tests, 3,000 plus ebooks, 3,000 plus videos. Now, how to join all these? You might be wondering how to join these. For joining this, what you have to do is, see this. Use the code. See this. 79% discount plus 1% extra you will be getting. How will you be getting extra 1%? Extra 1% you will be getting by downloading the app. First download the app and then purchase it. So there you will be getting 1% extra. And what about the 79%? The 79% you will be getting whenever you use the code. Which code? I'll tell you. See this. The code is Increment 79. If you use the code, you will get 79% discount. Now, this is about the batch. Discount you will be getting in the batch. But if you join the Mahapack, in Mahapack you get 79% discount plus 1% extra plus double validity. Look at this. Double validity on all the Mahapacks. Double validity means what? You buy for 6 months, you get it for 12 months. You buy for 8 months, you get it for 16 months. So it's a win-win situation. That's why join it SR, the batch or the Mahapack, as per your convenience. But I would definitely suggest you to join the Mahapacks. Yeah, ma'am.
Exactly. One more thing I want to add here, like every mentor keeps saying that be consistent in the preparation. That's what is required to clear the paper. And we have seen a lot of bankers were with us with the very starting, that is from comprehensive batches in May 2025. Then we have seen them in the crash course and the revision batch, then in the marathon, then in the Chalisa session. And they being consistent with us with the very first comprehensive batch of ours. And definitely they have got success in the end. So that's what I want to say here, that if you are not able to be consistent by yourself, go with the Mahapack. Because in Mahapack you will find multiple batches. In multiple batches, every time you find the live class, you can connect to your mentors. You will have that competition in the classes with the other bankers. So that made you to be consistent for the next 4 months or 5 months of your preparation. So if you want that it's hard to be consistent by myself, then it's important that we go with the Mahapack and being consistent for the next 5 months of our preparation. Yes, sir.
So just to conclude, I would suggest you can download the Adda 24/7 app on Google Play also and App Store also. But do download and then purchase it. Then you'll get that 1% extra. Okay. So best of luck and let's meet in the classes. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you all.